Hi guys, welcome back to our video. In this video we want to talk about brake light replacement. So we noticed that these few days there's this very weird situation where the cars behind us tend to follow us very closely whenever we slow down or we brake. Found out that our brake light is actually not working because it's a very simple job. So instead of you pushing to the workshop and get it checked and done, you can simply just do it yourself with simple tools. So today we want to show you how you can go through. So first off, of course, you want to check the simple stuff first, is your fuse. So you need to identify where's your fuse box located in your motorcycle. You can easily find them through a service menu where you can download online. Alright, because it's still raining, so we need to push the bike indoors so we can work under the shelter. We have identified that the fuse box is located under the seat, so we open up the seat and the fuse box is located here. So you can take out the fuse box and it's not labeled. Okay, so you have to refer back to the menu which are the fuse that is connected to your tail light, and then just plug it up and see whether it's broken. So these are the spares. So when you pull out your fuse, this is how your fuse looks like. Once you pull it out, if this thing is not broken, you see this is well connected. Okay, it means it's not the fuse issue. If you see there's a break in between, then is your fuse that is stopping you from activating the brake light. Also remember to check using your front and your rail and then see whether is it either one of them that is not working or both of them are not working. If it's either one, that means the switch on that particular one is broken. If it's both, likely is the main unit. So after investigating how this thing works, the wire basically goes all the way down and the wire is covered here, and because of the under seat exhaust, this thing is in between. We are required to pull it out from the bottom, which is something that is quite complicated. So what we need to do here is to remove this, unplug the switch, remove this handle, and then we can draw this thing out to check what's wrong. So after we took out the tail light and the bulb, we noticed the bottom part is burnt. I guess it's because it's very close to the hot pipe, that's why it burns the light bulb. So both sides are the same. So if you look closely into the bulb, I'm not sure whether you can see here, you can see that the filament is burnt, the top one. So that's why it's short circuit. That's why when you press, there's no light to it. Just to be sure that this connection is not burn or fry, we will measure it, see whether does the electricity pass through. This one has the 4 pin, belongs to a signal light, which is left signal, right signal, your license plate light and a ground, so 4. So we connect it back since we are not using it. So what you do here is it's always good to have a voltmeter. So you set up a voltmeter and we connect the 2 probes into the terminal, and then we activate the brake, see whether does it send voltage over. So usually the positive terminal will be at the bottom, so we just stuck the red one there, and then the black one should be at the side. So when you activate the brake, it goes to 12 volt, we release back to 0. So one is working, let's check the other one, should be working, activated. Okay, good, so these are working. So we unplugged it, so it's easier to install the light later on. So now we are very sure that the bulb is the one that is faulty, and all we need to do is just to buy a new bulb to replace it. So let's go! Alright, we are back now. So because the pipe is just underneath the light, so we will wait for the pipe to cool down before we start operating. If not, you will get your finger burn. Now we are back with the light bulb, and all we need to do now is to just plug it in. Quite straightforward job. Unboxing time. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that they are still using halogen bulb instead of the LED, since this is a new, quite a recent model, because I guess halogen is cheaper compared to LED bulbs, so that's why they decided to use that. Okay, so this is a common bulb that is used on your car signal light. It's called the P21 2-pin here and 2-pin here. So installing it is quite straightforward. You just look for the groove and plug it in. Okay, and then you see here, you just need to twist in. Is it? How come it's so loose? Let's see. Oh, there's a high and there's a low point. So we need to identify which side is which. So just identify, press it in, and then turn it lock. Okay, same to the next one. This is the low, this is the high, and this is the low, this is the high. So same thing, press it in, turn. Once we assemble this light bulb, don't be in a rush, starts to assemble everything else. Just need to plug it in before you lock out everything to ensure these lights are working. So these are quite simple, just plug it in. Okay, done. Power up. Oh, it's working. Nice. Okay, and now we need to recircuit back this tube from the bottom up here back and clip it on. So now we are left with this installation. Okay, usually if you see this cut out, usually there's a way that you need to plug it in accordingly. Just identify the fin this way. Okay, and then I think there's a way you can turn and lock. So I see this fin and this bracket thing belongs to this here and this here. So I just plug it accordingly, and then it should be, yeah, okay, done. And then now we try to hook this back up from the bottom. So now we are back here, and then we want to sort of like channel this thing back from underneath, and then come out from here and then plug it back, just like how it was done previously. Okay, so it's not rocket science, quite easy. I can do it with one hand, so can you, because the other hand is holding this camera. Okay, done. And then we just need to slot this back in place like this. We need to mount the rest of the stuff that is here just now, which is the rail handle and also the cover, before we install back this light. So just keep it dangling here. So we come to the last part, which is fitting this back. So this is held by these two screws and one at the bottom. All we need to do now is to align the screw hole and put the screw in, hold them in place, and we are almost done. So you just want to hand tighten it for the start, because just now we made a mistake, we tighten it and then all the alignment is off. So you just want to get the alignment right before you tighten it. So this is the last one from the bottom. After the screw at the bottom is done, then we start tightening the top, and we are done. Easy. So this is all fixed up. It's always good to test it out one more time before you cover back everything and park your bike. So now we power it up, and then yes, we see the light, and now we are activating the rear brake to work, and we also use the front. So alright guys, thank you for watching our video today. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.